Alright, hello and welcome everyone to another 10v10 played a few days ago on this unusual map for 10v10s. It's nice for a change, right? Second UK this time because Pact was filled, so I couldn't play the 19th Czechoslovakian. Anyways, second UK always gonna be a meta div, pretty much always gonna have OP stuff. They got nerfed in terms of like numbers of challengers available, so that's a big hit, but still very strong division. I'm going to be going into Foxtrot here, trying to fight for this village area. Phantom purchased, Airmobile Scouts moving in, triple SAS. In Saxons, there's going to be double Rover Milan, Charlie Mark II, and Rapier FSB-1, and Bedford. Now, unfortunately, Scouts go down with the helicopter. Phantom does manage to take out one of the drones. So I realized, this was a bit too ambitious, so I'm going to be unloading my SAS a bit early on. Instead, Sniper kind of driving towards its death, apparently. This one did manage to unload. Yep, there we go. Took its time unloading and died. SAS going to be trying to slowly push. Now, this guy didn't pay much attention, right? So, it was rough. It was rough to see, really. Damn, man, alright. Happens, right? Uh, he does save the Stingers, though. Rover kind of moving in this position to actually cover this area. Saxons, I'm trying to kind of provide support, machine gun support to the Saxons. Raper FSB-1 unloading way too close to the front line, actually, packed at +3. At the moment, Charlie is arriving slowly, so Rovers are going to be taking out some TO-55s. Hopefully, there's a Leo Blob, the Dutch Leo Blob. Still, Rover Milan engaging the TO-55s, and there's some VDV, right, in this position. So there's gonna be some unfortunate events in this one, some very dumb mistakes and unnecessary losses, so praise for the cringe. Yeah, Charlie, I was trying to actually drive it, like, this way, to try and, like, find the line of sight and hit, like, people in these buildings. Unfortunate thing is the fact that these guys actually advanced and got the line of sight onto Charlie's side armor. So yeah, it's gonna be a very unfortunate stuff happening here. I didn't smoke for whatever reason, and we're really in RPGs, right? Did hit me. Saxon also goes down. Rapier was retreated a little bit. SAS kind of fighting the VDV guys. SAS did retreat a little bit. Let's watch this cluster. Yeah, that's a big hit, but the cluster was shut down, so it is what it is. Now, my only point at the moment, like, this is very dumb as well. Why would you, I mean, I just forgot to micro the guy, so it died. Robert goes down as well. Yeah, it's rough, but it was a very good game. I wanted to cover it anyway. Back still at +3. My focus at this point was to not lose the SAS squad, because like with the second UK, when you lose the SAS, you just lose, right? This is like the core unit. Anyways, Bedford trying to resupply these guys, and then auto cover was turned on, so I had to like manually drive the guy, right? Anyways, there's gonna be artillery piece purchased 175 mil and another Charlie coming in, but there is some traffic jam, it seems. Anyways, SAS is pushing. Now, they are out in the open getting stunned, but they will be pushing in shortly, and since they are special forces, very good special forces squad, three of them will make a short work of these blooming cheekies, right? Arm rifles arriving into Warrior Milan as well. Now, as you can see, this was way too ambitious, so it's gonna take some grinding to get into this. This is contested on this side. This is sort of contested, right? But still packed at +3 because of this sector. Yeah, it's on us now to actually try. And when sniper did move up, uh, further up, I mean, move up further up. Wow. Anyways, uh, in a better recon position, the Warrior Milan. So this is some RPO Separis. Now, sadly, for this guy, all of his squads in this area were RPO Separis except these guys. So I decided to drive my Warrior Milan into the village and, just wreck them with a, yeah, 30 mil. I wasn't sure if it was 25 or 30, but apparently Brits are using the 30 mils. So because the Polemichiki were spotted, I decided to just do a circle with Warrior Milan and not have the same thing happen, right? Arm Rifle's going to be joining the fight. Sadly, there is the grenade launcher US there, so that's going to be another problem. But in the meantime, RPO is out of ammo, right? SAS gonna make a short work of these guys now. There's some US units getting blown up. More Laos pushing from this position, but double conquers in this area is gonna make that painful. Now this Charlie is still stuck, it seems. Yeah. So we'll see. Eventually it's gonna make its way up to the front line. Artillery gonna be working on these infantry squads now, and SAS still keeping up the pressure. There's some airstrikes apparently or artillery amateur happening in the enemy's backline. Still pushing. Idea with this aggressive pushing is that so I'm gonna win this infantry fight, right? But if I stay here, there's a high chance of me getting RT'd and losing all the SAS. Because this is, a target worth hitting with the Grad. So yeah, it's just better to keep moving. Warrior gonna be joining the fight again. Double airmobile scouts purchased again because as you can see I have like no recon whatsoever except the sniper, and it's not even useful to me specifically. There's gonna be the Dutch command infantry moving into Foxtrots now to try and contest. Strela 10 I believe goes down. I believe that was Strela 10. Could have been just the MTLB. So, Matrovatka, having difficulties. TATUD in this position, that's gonna be hard to dislodge. Arm rifles, again, changing positions. There's more Strelas. There's gonna be a second Strela kill for this Warrior Milan. And we have airmobile scouts and another Warrior Milan with arm rifles. Now, sadly, again, I lose airmobile scouts here because, yeah, there's some unexpected AA. I believe these guys also die. I'm not sure though. They're fine. They're fine. So some pretty dumb heavy losses actually. There's some more AA in this position, and the SAS is engaging both the squad and the Strela. Again, losing the transport, right? Buratino is being spotted, as you can see. Spetsnaz is coming in, so 119 fighting me here. 119 is actually surprisingly good at fighting infantry fights. That's a huge kill actually, because even though it's the heaviest tank division in the game, they get access to Spetsnaz and RPO Separis and the Buratino, so you can just pretty much easily win forest fights even. Surprisingly good at everything, except everything is mega expensive, right? Dutch forces as well in this position. Now this warrior is going to be retreating right now. Idea with the warrior here, actually it's not going to be retreating because at this point I realized that all of this doesn't have any anti-tank, so 30 mil it is again. Against the Spetsnaz there is absolutely nothing the Spetsnaz squad can do against the warrior, right? I mean, none of these guys. And the second warrior is also supporting, so yeah, if only he sent like just one Matuskalki squad here, it would make it so much more difficult for me. But as you can see, infantry is having a fairly difficult time against that much incendiary launchers. I believe this is gonna survive actually. Anyways, +3 still for the pact. More airmobile scouts. The Charlie actually managed to break through the break through the traffic jam, and another one was purchased. Keep in mind that Second UK gets access to only three 1 West Challies, not including the command ones. With the command ones, you can have total of 5 Challies. Yeah, it's really rough. But you know, you get strong infantry, it is an infantry division after all. I already lost one, so it's these two plus the two command ones. So they're gonna play their part, right? Artillery, about to be hitting this position. I believe there's a command unit. Yes, Rover CP was purchased to upvet the artillery pieces. Warrior kind of trying to find line of sight on this infantry, but then I spotted the bullet machine gun, decided to just, you know, retreat because these guys do have RPG-22. So it's gonna be infantry fighting the Spetsnaz, which is not ideal, really. Here, I didn't move my artillery, and I kept firing on the Spetsnaz because I just wanted to dislodge this. That's gonna prove as a mistake, really. The ATUD that does take some artillery fire and is facing them one mod. Danas are spotted alongside the Cubs in the enemy mid-back line. So airmobile scouts actually did manage to unload again. Artillery should be shortly commencing on this position. Yep. But because I didn't move them, the rover CP goes down, one of the artillery pieces goes down, so yeah, very, very dumb mistake. Again, like I said, brace for the cringe. There's gonna be M270 cluster MLRS purchased as well. SAS again, gonna keep fighting the Spetsnaz. I believe this is Dutch. It's actually not Dutch, the US Copperhead artillery, I think. Is gonna be helping me actually win against that Spetsnaz. So at the moment, I have no command units. I'm not sure if my Dutch teammate here, he does have 2 command units. So he's gonna be capping this shortly. Packed at +6 at the moment. Cluster M270 will be trying to hit that hub in the back there. Double Charlie is moving in. Bradley was also purchased. So, I mean, teammates Bradley and I bringing more Warrior Milans with infantry. Now, KDAtions and arm rifles are about to be facing them. Saxton is trying to provide machine gun support for the Mac rifles here, and airmobile scouts will be joining in on this fight again as well. Warrior Milan. Well, I tried to support with a 30 mil, but then I realized, well, KDAtions are just gonna hit the guy with this ugly RPG too. So a double MiG-27 anti-tank. Luckily for me, pilots can't hit shit, so yeah, that was some pure luck, really. Anyways, let me just tone down a little bit. Alright. So, Warrior, again, taking out another Strela. Yeah, Seed Warrior, what can I say? Rocket Links moving in to provide some rocket support as well. KDA Schützen taking some heavy fire. There's the Buratino. Salvo is going to be hitting my SAS and the teammates command infantry. Now, yeah, there's no way for anything to actually survive in this area right now because it's a Buratino, right? It's 400 points in it, I believe. So there's that. BMP-1 mechanized blob moving in. Warrior gets blown up, but we are blowing up some BMPs in return. Now it's infantry remaining, and I have only 2 squads in the area. My SAS died. I still have 2 SAS squads in this position, I believe. Maybe even 1, I'm not sure. Seems like 1. So, lost 2 SAS squads, apparently. Also, Rover Milan was moved in this position to actually utilize the sniper's recon, right? Chinook gonna be resupplying the Challies. In the meantime, this infantry is gonna be retreating. Cubs about to be targeted with artillery. So, airmobile scouts, SAS, airmobile leader, again, all moving up to contest this village area. Cub was destroyed by teammates' artillery. Actually, M270 is resupplied. Another Chinook coming in. This one's going to be moving to the FOB to get some more supplies. More mechanized infantry is arriving. Right, so yeah, it's going to be mostly the infantry fight, but there's going to be some armored stuff, right? Double SAS purchased again. So, considering I lost two SAS squads, I have like this one, these two, and one more to deploy, I believe. I'm not sure. So, and these guys are running into, I mean, driving rather into Naples, Salvo, into Grad Salvo, sorry. So, warriors here fighting the BMPs, unloading the mechanized infantry. These two infantry squads that were stationed in this area retreated to get resupplied, and then the fresh infantry is arriving to actually replace them, but you know, they will be a victim of the MiG-25 RBF high explosive bombing run, so yeah, doesn't go well. Warriors still cleaning up some enemy infantry, airmobile scouts trying to provide some optics on like this line of buildings. Look at this huge church in this area though. Yeah, that's a big spot there. Anyways, armor is coming in. Teammates armor as well. Command allow and allow 1-5, I believe. So here, as you can see, I'm trying to make my way into the church, so we can maybe spot some more AA pieces like this Strela 10. This was also purchased. The top overflight top attack ATGM Kilo, right? So that's pretty good unit. This was purchased mainly as a defensive unit, so that we don't get bullied by heavy tanks or T-62s in this case. Cluster gonna be aiming on these two T-62s. Another Su-25 high explosive is arriving as well. Airmobile scouts did manage to actually make their way into this side of the street. Warriors retreating right now. There's no point dying to the KDA again. SAS gonna be hitting the Su-25 with the Stinger. Rapier FSB-1 does miss, but this Rapier is actually gonna get quite a few kills, I believe. Again, it was played like 2 days ago, so I can't remember everything. Here, teammate is supporting my airmobile scouts with the tanks, right? But he can't go too close because you know, then you just lose all of your cohesion and die. So it's not worth. Still, trying to resupply the infantry. These two squads have been resupplied. Arm rifles from this position retreated here to also get resupplied. Airmobile scouts moving a bit further up to get some more optics, right? SAS airmobile scouts here are going to be making short work of KDA Schützen, I believe. Or they will be allowed to retreat. Plus, they're going to be aiming on the Strela 10 and the BTR. I assumed. Yeah, that's just sad. I assumed that like there's more stuff in this position. This wasn't spotted at the time, so that could have been a better target, but it is what it is. Armor chilling in the back. Actually, not anymore. They're gonna be moving here to try and like help in full capping this position. Yeah, there's gonna be more airmobile scouts arriving and a second Rapier FSB-1 as well. We did manage to stop the bleed, at least, and to accumulate some points. As you can see, 666 points. Airmobile scouts, again, like, I guess airmobile scouts just fucking suffered at this one. Half of them didn't even manage to unload from the transports, right? Anyways, these guys are going to be retreating to not die to all this fire support. This is not very ideal, blobbing like this, but you know, it's some very narrow passages. SAS getting hit with artillery as well, and me not noticing is unfortunate. Dutch infantry is pushing arm rifles, pushing up with them to try and support. Artillery piece is going to be trying to help dislodge the Spetsnaz here. SAS does actually finally retreat to not die for nothing. And this SAS was also retreating from this position to get some resupply, right? like insanely good thing about the second UK is the fact that you absolutely don't have to purchase any AA at the beginning of the game because your special forces serve as your AA at the same time, and they do have 75%. Well, these guys are lacking cohesion really, but 75% it should be accuracy of the Stinger. It's just absolutely insane. Another Buratino Stalva is going to be wiping out most of my and my teammates' infantry in this position. Yeah, it's just very devastating. You know, what can I say? Here, Dutch armor pushing. I'm going to be supporting with some British armor. Very nice to see. NATO allies working together. Cluster again, aiming on these tanks. And there was a second rover CP purchased for to upvet the M270, right? Now there's some napalm, right? SAS does manage to escape the napalm. My armor is actually stuck, getting hit by the AT gems, and you know I kind of had to be careful how I retreat. I did manage to pull off this retreat actually, so they lived. Actually, all right, I'm not gonna spoil anything. You'll see. You'll see in a moment. So is this it? It's not. This is it. Right. So I lost one Charlie. You get three. There goes another one to the ATGM, and then these two things die to the clusters. We do shoot down both clusters, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, but I just lost all of my tanks basically. So it sucks. I think there's gonna be, yeah, immediate purchase of two command Charlies just so I can have tanks, and it's also the last two of my tanks available. Yeah, pretty fucking rough nerf for the second UK. Removing that second card of Chalice, but it is what it is. You kind of rely on, I guess, Warrior Milans right now to do the tank job. I was hitting this position with artillery because I was like, surely there's something there, right? I mean, looks like if I was playing on the packed side, I would put something in this position, really. Anyways, uh, huge infantry push. This is gonna be the Berlin division, I believe, coming in now. And this Rapier FSB-1 was still not unloaded. It actually was, but it fired, so I had to relocate. Right. This Lynx had to land, not to die to some random AA. Steed got shot down, so that was fine. Luckily, this Rapier was empty, so if it's empty, it can't be targeted by the Steed. This book very lucky. Does manage to survive that harm, I believe. Oh, it's Wild Weasel. Alright, whatever. You kind of expect the Wild Weasel to miss. Dutch infantry kind of single-handedly stopping this entire enemy infantry push. There's a bunch of, I'm gonna assume, packed smoke. Tunguska about to get hit with artillery as well, but the Steed gets there first. Wow, Wild Weasel actually hitting something. Can you believe? So I lost tanks, and then I purchased foxes because you know I just had I needed some kind of fire support. Now Wachschützen are pushing through the smoke. The Wachschützen are fucking difficult to deal with. So double fox is gonna be very useful. Airmobile scouts, holy shit! All right, airmobile scouts kind of trying to escape all this. Something got fucking obliterated in this position. I'm not sure what that was, but whatever. I think Airmobile leader, right? SAS still trying to retreat further, not to die. So this guy, like, if he only dropped some more smoke here, it would make everything much very difficult for us. But at this point, he's just dying to the autocannons and machine guns, right, from the range. The high explosive F-16s also coming in, not dropping the bombs apparently for whatever reason. This guy again dying to the Strelas because I'm not paying attention. Yeah, so this got leveled. This is a tank country now. There, I'm finally noticing, right? And another airstrike. Holy shit, but it's F-111, so it just looks cool. It doesn't do shit, sadly, Anyways, this guy lost Gorillion people to just straight up auto cannons. Pretty fucking dumb move, really, in my opinion. Wasted a bunch of engineers and very cool infantry squads. So Grad is going to be hitting my SAS positions, but I don't think Grad can kill these two because they are relatively, far away and they are in the buildings. So Fox gets blown up. My artillery is going to be hitting the building with three squads in it, getting some kills. Airmobile scouts hitting the T-72. SAS is moving up right now to actually support with the 84. +5 for NATO now, so we are managing to actually turn this around. I move up the SAS, immediately get hit with these Czechoslovakian rockets, and then it's instant retreat, pretty much. Still dying to stuff in this position, not sure what this was, Thaxton, alright, whatever. And these squads are gonna be retreating again to get some supply. Charlie is moving up, there's a second Charlie up, there it is. So Charlie is moving up to face these T-72s. But the teammate does have well-positioned 80 gems. There's a kill. I did manage to actually steal some kills, right? Airmobile leader again purchased double SAS, full HP, full cohesion, ready to fight. Now it's a Bastion, much speed, much range, not much damage, so I wasn't really concerned about this guy hitting me. At the moment, artillery is still, I believe, deleting some AA units. Now, you can notice how I purchased all these Jaguar clusters and high explosive Jaguar. Uh, Quick spoiler, I actually never used any of the aircraft in this one. It just I was slowly buying my air tab in case if it's needed, right? Because it is a 119 after all, being present in this area, and yeah, the ATUDs are really difficult to kill, so cluster is a way to go. Napalm, again hitting our positions, but napalm doesn't do damage to infantry in the buildings. Sadly for this guy, the building collapsed. My squads did manage to actually escape. SAS gets hit with a stinger on the hind here, and another Buratino salvo is gonna be hitting my SAS again. Luckily, I think both of these squads actually lived. Charlie is there to provide some assistance in the meantime. This one did retreat in the end, not to die to Gorilla and 80 gems. Cluster is gonna be hitting something in this position, not sure what exactly. Probably a Tunguska. Looks like a Tunguska, really. Right, more mechanized infantry, and then there's gonna be more cluster. Well, that's a lot of cluster, really. On NATO team, SAS resupplied. These ones are also going to be resupplied shortly. Cluster is still aiming. Alright, it's firing now. Let's see how much damage we can do. T-72M1, the BRM, pretty much. Alright, one kill. Transport killed, whatever. And there we go. NATO cluster actually hitting stuff. Carriers being purchased as well now. Jaguar high explosive ×2. So again, like I said, I never actually used any of these aircraft. +11 at the moment because we are fully capping this and this as well. This is secured, so doing pretty fine. Did manage to turn the game around in the end, even though it was a +6 for packed. So very good game. More arm rifles arriving and more warrior Milans. Now links with the rockets gonna be shredding the Spetsnaz with the rockets, obviously, right? Pretty big kill. I believe pretty frustrating for the enemy guy losing the special forces unit like that. Charlie's still chilling in the back. Artillery gonna be hitting the supply Mi-8 there. Rapers were both resupplied and ready to defend against the bombers again. And in the back, this guy is also being resupplied. So plus 11, 3 minutes left, less than 3 minutes left, really. Airmobile scouts moving up to provide some optics here. I don't have like much offensive stuff at the moment, but to be fair, it's not even needed. Like all of this infantry is very good at defending, right? Stingers, 84s, right? It just my only tanks are command tanks, and that's like LGB magnets, so it's not worth. Warriors, you could argue warriors can be used offensively, but they get one tap by the tanks. So yeah, this guy tried to move up. Artillery going on the Cub. He does live. I did land, so he actually dodged the enemy AA Cub about to get blown up with the artillery. Mi-24K was destroyed uh, due to this SAS. Warrior gets blown up with the 80 gem. So Charlie's trying to push now, although they do be missing. Lynx lifting up again, trying to provide some overflight stop attack, missile support. Second warrior blown up by the T-55 even. Yeah, that's very rough. So that's gonna be some armored push right now. I do have some arm rifles. Charlies are gonna be taking artillery fire. SAS doing the air defense role, shooting down the MiG-27 Napalm. Charlies will eventually escape the artillery. And Lynx? Where's Lynx? Might have died. Oh, there it is. I'm actually selecting the guy. Wow. So, this infantry... Yeah, it's dead now, alright. This infantry, problem with them is the fact that their anti-tank is only a law. So it takes a while to actually kill a tank. And it's not gonna work, right? These two were sacrificed to slow down this push. SAS again getting hit by the with the Grad. Yeah, these two were sacrificed to slow down this push, so I could potentially manage to like resupply my tanks. I mean, keep in mind that I did have like the entire air tab ready to just bomb the shit out of all of this, but you know, I didn't want to bother. It was 17 seconds left, and you know, SAS gets the kill with the 84. Now we have some proper anti-tank arriving here. After all, 3 seconds left. These guys are gonna manage to hit the T-62 once, and that's gonna be a GG. Yeah, in my opinion, it was a very nice infantry fight, right? I got the most conquest points somehow, and yeah, I think this is the SAS from the beginning of the game, getting 5 infantry kills and MiG-23. Look at this warrior as well. So I mean, Warriors did a bunch of work in this one. Also, the cluster MLRS, a bit unexpected for NATO MLRS, but there we go. You know, a tank, 3 AA pieces, command unit, exceptional recon as well. Yeah, what can I say? Second UK is such a damn cool division. It's just it gets boring to play after a while because it's always the same thing. It's like always the exact same strategy. You just let's find the second UK. You just deploy the SAS at the beginning, and then they will kill infantry and vehicles which dare to approach them, and then insanely accurate stingers, right? It's actually 71, not 75. My bad, right? And after deploying these guys, then you just like everything else you do is to support the SAS pretty much. I mean, you deploy the Charlie to protect your infantry against enemy fire support pretty much. You deploy the tornado to bomb the guy threatening your SAS. Yeah, this is like the carry of this division. Anyways, I'm not gonna go over the entire deck. I covered it multiple times. I believe it's uploaded on the channel. If it's not, I'm gonna upload it on the channel. I'm gonna go and check that. Until next time, GG's, and as always, well played, everyone.